What's going on, guys? It's Jerome. I'm back at it again with another episode of NBA Kicks, the show where we count down the top 10 best sneakers in the NBA every single week of the season. At least that's what we normally do, but since we're in the postseason, I've decided to cut the number from 10 to 8. That way, just like the playoffs, we are only talking about the best of the best. But remember, I still need your help crowning what you thought was the signature sneaker of the year, not colorway, just shoe in general. Because right before the NBA Finals, I'm gonna be doing a full top 10 episode of the entire season. And the number one sneaker in that episode will be crowned as the sneaker of the entire season. So let me know what your pick is in the comment section below. Right now, make sure you got a snack, kick back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode of NBA Kicks. Starting off the list at number 8 is Nikola Jokic with the 361 degrees Joker 1. This is one of those shoes that really only has one explanation. Yep, you're looking at these correctly. That is a Peppa the Pig colorway, as in the British kids cartoon. It's got a full pink upper with playful, colorful hits that somehow kind of go hard. And of course, Jokic dropped a monster stat line while wearing these, which makes me wonder, are we gonna look back on these like we do the Last Shot 14s? Probably not, but could you imagine if Jokic had a Last Shot level moment while wearing the Peppa Steppas? That would be both tragic and hilarious. I'm just gonna guess that these were for his kids, because no way this was a nostalgia play from Jokic himself, but hey, I have been wrong before. Next up at number 7 is Toppin with the Air Jordan 37 Low. The girl dad movement is alive and well, and Toppin is showing love with this heartfelt player exclusive. The pink and gray blue color combo is already smooth, but it's the details that really set these off, such as the pink bow on the laces, which is just super unique, and the personal touches from Jordan Brand, like Obi's daughter's name on the inside of the tongue, as well as the hashtag #GirlDad on the heel tab, which ties it all together. Even if you don't know the backstory, the colorway itself really does stand on its own. That soft pink mixed with the muted blue and raw material vibe is really clean to me. So overall, this is just a big W from Jordan Brand on this one. Coming in at number 6 is Jrue Holiday with the Nike GT Cut 3 Turbo. Jrue is back with another heater, this time with a PE that sticks to a classic formula, which always hits. Draped in green and light gold to rep that Celtic pride, this colorway is tied together perfectly with a classic gum outsole, which is giving it that timeless vibe. Nike also stamped his jersey number on the heel as well, just to make it official, but make no mistake, this colorway is a certified heater and looks beautiful on that historic parquet floor. Honestly, Jrue's sneaker game this season has been low-key elite, which is something that I did not have on my 2025 bingo card, but hey, I'm not complaining. Next up at number 5 is Jaylen Williams with the Adidas Harden Volume 9. Here's our second leg of back-to-back PEs on this episode, but this one is thunderous. The Harden Volume 9 is already one of the wildest silhouettes in the league, and Adidas just keeps pushing the envelope with new colorways that keep things fresh for the silhouette. This one's obviously inspired by the Thunder with an array of thunderbolts scattered throughout the upper, which sits on top of a clean black base for one of the cleanest looks the silhouette served up all season long. Also, I gotta give Jaylen bonus points here for rocking these with those alternate black Thunder uniforms. Chef's kiss. Next up at number 4 is PJ Tucker with the Nike GT Cut Future. PJ Tucker has low-key been the NBA Kicks MVP of the playoffs so far, which is super funny because he doesn't play. Look, there's no denying, we're all excited for the eventual release of the GT Futures, and Nike keeps teasing us with new colorways, and these might just be the best ones yet with their metallic iridescent finish that suits the silhouette perfectly. These truly look out of this world, like an alien piece of technology, which had me wondering why Nike didn't just make these Wembanyama's first signature silhouette. With Nike's grip on the on-court scene and their unmatched brand loyalty, if these were the Wemby ones, it would have been the biggest signature sneaker debut since the AE ones, and honestly, it might have been even bigger. If Nike's cooking up something better than this for the Wemby ones, I can't wait to see them. But for now, the GT Futures are a top 5 playoff sneaker. Next up at number 3 is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the Converse Shai 001. Do I even have to explain myself with these? I mean, I feel like I could show these on the screen with no dialogue for 30 seconds and you guys get the point. And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna do that. The Shai 001 is already high on my watch list, but in all black, sheesh, that's a cheat code. And you know what? Can anyone even name a shoe that looks bad in all black? No, you can't. Coming in as our runner-up is Donovan Mitchell with the Don issue number 7. I love when brands debut signature sneakers during the playoffs, and Donovan Mitchell debuts his 7th signature silhouette right on cue. The Don issue number 7 goes for a futuristic vibe with a smooth upper, stealthy stripes, and a zip system that might provide a snug 1-to-1 fit. This colorway is also a W as they stand out on the court no matter where you're watching the game. So overall, Adidas is making some noise here as the 7s look to be another solid addition to Mitchell's signature sneaker lineup. But now we all know what to do. We're gonna sit here and wait until Adidas unveils the annual Venom colorway because that's always the best colorway of any Donovan Mitchell shoe. Finally, at number 1 is Steph Curry with the Curry Series 7. Buckle up because we got a lot to talk about and it's not all good. Let's start with the good though. Like I said earlier, I love when new sneakers drop during the playoffs, and that's exactly what Steph did here, and he did so with a really unique pair. These are called the Curry Series 7s, and they're inspired by Steph's mantra, iron sharpens iron, which if you remember was one of the more iconic Steph Curry colorways, but for some reason Under Armour and Curry brand haven't used this colorway as much as they should have. Like honestly, the iron sharpens iron colorway should have been Steph's version of Jordan's Breads or Kobe's Grinches. But here's where I get really confused. Why are these called the Series 7s? They're not Steph Curry's 7 signature sneaker, and they're not even a remix of the Curry 7. So why are these the Series 7s? What am I missing here? Look, I know I could never fully read what Under Armour and Curry brand are doing. I've been really critical of that, but I will say this. These definitely caught my eye. The design is a fresh switch up from what we have been getting from recent Curry silhouettes, and the nod to the iron sharpens iron colorway is a solid touch of nostalgia. Now let's just hope they get the price point right because they did cut the price of the Curry 12s, which I thought was a step in the right direction because I really do feel like people want to support this brand and this company. But once the price of admission becomes too much, I just feel like people lose interest. I will cut them some slack though. Not a lot of information about the Curry Series 7s is out yet, so all of my questions may be answered sometime in the near future. But for now, these are one of the most intriguing and confusing models in the league right now, but my intrigue definitely outweighs my confusion, which is exactly why I'm officially crowning these as the best sneaker in the NBA right now. If you haven't already, make sure you drop what you think was the best sneaker of the year. Remember, it's not colorway, it's just model. Like for example, last year it was the AE1s. Those were hands down the signature sneaker of the year. It had the most hype, the most intrigue, the most love. So let me know what you think that sneaker was for this season. and I will heavily consider all of you guys' thoughts for the next episode. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you leave a like. It helps me out a lot. My name is Jaren. It's been great having you. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.